You should have downloaded the intraday scalping indicators and scans. You will find it in your download folder. You may have to unzip the file, but upon doing so, you should see these two folders. The first being images and then text images. Go ahead and open it. You will see all these text documents found within. We will go through each one of these and install them onto Thinkorswim. Click the first one. Now in our text document, let's press Control A to select all and then Control C to copy. Pulling up Thinkorswim, clicking on this beaker to find studies. We then click Create Study and Control V. This is just now pasting this code inside Thinkorswim. Name it whatever you would like, and then click Apply. On the top left, we can now see that the volume indicator is showing us how many shares were exchanged during this minute. This works particularly well with the position size calculator. Go ahead and click on this. Again, select all, Control A, Control C to copy, and then return over to Thinkorswim. Click Create again, Control V, and then name it whatever you would like. This works nicely with the volume indicator because it allows us to see if there is enough liquidity in the market to absorb our position. We can see with SOXS that $1,000 would equate to a total of 224 shares. So that's fast math for us to do. Now moving over to the next. Our next indicator is the 3-to-1 risk to reward calculator. Again, with the same process, we are copying and pasting the code into Thinkorswim and then clicking Apply. This indicator is subtle. You will see that there are two small dots here. On the top is the dark blue, and on the bottom is the cyan. You will see that as 3-to-1, it could represent a stop loss or profit target, but it is a particularly novel solution to a complex problem. Many different stocks move at different rates of volatility intraday. So this is designed to be a way to glance at the stock and see relatively how likely it is to hit your profit target within a certain amount of time. Some stocks move slowly intraday and others move very quickly. You can see here that IONS moves very differently than MUD, M-U-D. As a percent growth, this is significantly less, only being about 10% change from 10 to 1150 approximately within 1 day's period. This is in stark contrast to TSDD and even IONS here that is showing a nearly 30% return. We can determine these things with our risk to reward indicator, as I call it, of about how volatile a specific position may be. Moving on to our next indicator, the intraday equities long. This is a longer piece of code. Control A, Control C selects all and copies. This time, instead of studies, we'll move to strategies. Go ahead and click Create and Control A to Control V. You can call it whatever you'd like and click OK. Now click Apply. You can see the candle colors changing as well as the entry and exit locations for the stock. If you pull up the pre-installed indicator in Thinkorswim called FloatingPL, you can now see whether or not this strategy would have been profitable for this ticker. TSDD indeed would have been very profitable on the day had you entered an exit based on the notifications for this indicator. Moving on, we will now continue down the list. You can see here on my screen that I already have one of them installed. This is the percent change column in the watch list. So we will now try and create a scanner, which will then be able to have this dynamic watch list available to you. You can see that mine already exists on my screen and has been saved as bullish trades intraday. The portion here is the code that is custom. Note that once you add filter at the top right, clicking study and then going to custom on the drop down menu, you now have the option in ThinkScript editor to copy and paste this code found in the original text document. Press OK, and after pressing scan, all of the tickers intraday suddenly become visible to you. There are two more features of this scan that are not manually coded that we can add here by going to add filter. Both of them are stock, and you scroll down to ask and volume. For the ask price, I prefer to have that at about $1.79 as a minimum, meaning that all stocks shown to us must be at least $1.79. I also include a volume filter, meaning that I want to see only stocks that have surpassed the 1 million shares exchanged within the day. We can see here that this is already filtered here on the volume column, the lowest being at 1 million as designed by our scanner, and SOXS has 923 million shares exchanged intraday. That is a lot of volume. I prefer to find stocks with the higher volume and the higher percent change as found in the green column. Let's go ahead and save this scan query so it becomes a dynamic watch list. Mine already exists, so I will push cancel, but I will show you here how to add this watch list. Click the plus on the bottom left and go to watch lists. If you remember what you saved it as, you can now pull it up as bullish intraday. This purple insignia means that it is a live dynamic watch list. And now we can see the same tickers on the left as we found in the middle of the screen on the original scan. Now let's go ahead and pull up some more of these text documents. Let's go ahead and click the percent change column. A shorter chunk of code, Control A, Control C. You will find this small little gear icon on a watch list. Click that and click Customize. On the left and right, we are seeing the potential things we can add to a column and the things that we will see in our specific watch list. On the ones on the left, we are adding them into the right. First, find a custom. Custom 17 looks available right now. Go ahead and click that and move it from the left column to the right. You can see this parchment here on column 17 that we can now click on. Upon clicking it, we see some familiar code here that go to the ThinkScript editor, Control A, Control V. We're now pasting the code found from the text document and click Apply. And ta-da, there is the percent change intraday column. You can shift it to the particular layout that you prefer. Now let's go to the 1 minute column. Copy and paste, go to the same gear. Again, you'll need to find a usable custom area and apply the code. This is now showing us what the stock in the scanners how it is performing on the 1 minute chart. Green for going up, yellow for neutral, and red usually going down. This strategy uses multiple time frame analysis where it requires a 5-minute indicator as well as confirmation on the 1 minute. We prefer confluence so that we have more reliable entry points. So we will find the 5-minute as well in the same process as before, making sure that we find an available custom indicator. Same process of Control A, Control V, and now suddenly we have both the 1 minute and the 5 minute. When both of them are green, it means there is confluence between the multiple time frames of this particular ticker. If it is not, for the 5 minute, for example, on any of these stocks is in the red, it means that just because on the 1 minute it is going up, the 5 minute is actually trending downward. We can adjust the columns here. This indicator does have notification for entries and exit points. However, it does give you notifications intra-candle, meaning that it may give you false signals if you do not wait until the candle closes. There are multiple ways that Thinkorswim has the capacity to give you notifications. This particular indicator actually has 3 of them. If we go into the Edit Studies beaker here on the top right, we can now go ahead and manually change the ways that we are receiving or not receiving notifications. Instead of going to sources, we will instead click on properties. We now have yes or no selections. Bubbles seems to be the most reliable. Here we are going to turn off show alerts because it does become rather annoying receiving a lot of dinging alerts. Click OK and click apply. You can see these bubbles now showing us the entry and exit points a little more reliably. Because there are limitations to Thinkorswim, the scans only show you changes every 3 minutes, meaning that this scanner may not be updated unless you click the drop-down menu. This is a limitation of Thinkorswim. As a final tip for you, my preferred method to enter and exit the market in these fast-moving tickers is by going to Active Trader. Instead of entering here with buy and sell, we can now go to charts, and on the right we have buttons. We can click buy market if we'd like to execute a market order, and using our position size calculator, we can immediately see the appropriate position size and then enter the quantity with pre-arranged orders. This alone is an edge because it allows you to execute faster than your competitor. On the active trader window here, we also have that same option. I hope this is helpful to you. I know that it will be because it has been for me. Good luck.